So normally I would be telling you that I'd seen this in like Dolby or seen it in IMAX and like, you know, what format I'd seen it in. But I actually saw this one in the Walt Disney Theatre of the Disney Wish. So optimum sound, massive screen because it's a theatre, not just a cinema. So welcome to my review, very special review of Mufasa. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel, as well as movie reviews every week, a little bit of Disney vlogging thrown in as well, if you're just joining me off the back of Vlogmas. All of my movie reviews are spoiler free and I will leave a playlist of my recent reviews linked up above in case you are looking for something to watch this weekend. I've been a Moana too, bit of Wicked in there too. So yes, Mufasa. Now, disclaimer. I'm not a massive Lion King fan. I like the music. I'm not a big fan of the story. I've watched the live action. I've got a review of that one. Obviously, I've watched the cartoon version more than once. The one that came out straight after Aladdin, which is one of my all-time favourite movies of all time. And I think that's why I didn't like Lion King, because it was like, this has come after Aladdin. So going into Mufasa, I was like, I'm just intrigued to see what they do with this. I'm intrigued to see what the CGI is like. I'm intrigued to see what the storyline's like. There was a lot of famous voices attached to it. Lin-Manuel Miranda had done some music for it. And so I was like, right, okay, let's see what it's all about. I went in with quite low expectations, and I think I was quite right to come in with quite low expectations. It was just a bit of a disjointed story. They decided that they were going to have Timon and Pumbaa in it, which is not a spoiler, it's from the trailer, but basically it's them and Rafiki kind of going back and forth and telling the origin story of Mufasa. Well, it's Rafiki obviously telling the origin story of Mufasa because Timon and Pumbaa weren't there at the beginning. But the fact that you get into the story and you get into what's happening with Mufasa and his brother, and then it'll like go back to Timon and Pumbaa. Well, they'll tell some sort of like fart joke or start trying to sing a song and get told off for it. And then you've got to then go back into the story. And it just made the whole thing feel really disjointed. And you're always sort of like on edge waiting for that next bit to happen. And then the actual origin story of Mufasa itself could probably have been told in about 15 minutes. I think they just stretched it out to be like, oh, here's these lions talking, and then let's put them in some danger, and then here's these lions talking, and then let's put them in some danger, which again is quite clear from the trailer that there is mild peril, as the guidance would say. But yeah, it would just be that over and over and over again. And because it was so disjointed and because it felt so formulaic, I just felt like you never really cared anyway. Like the cold really never did bother you anyway. So you never got to build a relationship with Mufasa or with Taka. And so it was a little bit like you didn't have the sympathy for the characters. You weren't rooting for them. You weren't behind them. And there was some really just like a lot of villains in this story. Just a lot of villains. Like, you know, Disney loves a villain. We love a Disney villain. But there was just a lot of them in this. And so again, it was hard to find someone to really root for and hard to kind of get behind what was going on, because you were like, oh, the same thing is going to happen again, and then we're going to cut back to some silliness. And I understand Timon and Pumbaa, fan favourite, like big takeaway from the regular Lion King, the live action Lion King, Timon and Pumbaa, right? You know, go to Animal Kingdom, every single guy's wearing the Hakuna Matata shirt. Timon and Pumbaa, a big thing of the Festival of Lion King. Festival of Lion King I really liked, by the way. So I've never wanted to see Lion King on the West End though, because I didn't like the film or the live action. And yeah, I did like Festival of Lion King, so maybe I should go see it at the West End. Let me know. Anyway, back to Mufasa. Yeah, so I just feel like because of that, then there were songs, and the song about my brother, I think might have just stuck in my head because it's popping up on TikTok quite a lot. But none of the other songs were memorable. And I know, I think a lot of people have said that about Moana 2 and kind of like Disney prequels and sequels, the songs not being memorable. But if you think about Frozen 2, you know, Into the Unknown, and Some Things Never Change, and Lost in the Woods. Like, they're all mega ballads, and you do remember them. And so just, I couldn't, there's a song about my brother, and then there's some other songs, and I can't really tell you anything about the other songs. I'm sure they were fine, but yeah, weren't really memorable for me. And then I'd gone into this because I wanted to see what they did with the CGI, and it just wasn't amazing. Like, when you saw the lions sort of still, or just the landscape in general, like, the landscape in general was beautiful, and when you saw the lions stood still, you were quite believable. But like, anytime they would move, they were very much moving like robots. And like, I feel like we've come further forward. Like, if you know, people can be fooled by an AI representation of a crystal mug on TikTok and spend money on it, then surely we've moved further forward with the CGI of the animation of Lion King, because I don't remember being sort of put off by the CGI of the live action Lion King. So surely we should be a step ahead with this one. But interestingly, I always wait till the end to see. I like watching the credits, and this is one where ILM, like the Star Wars people, they didn't seem to be involved in the animation at all. And I'm like, maybe there's a connection there. I don't know. Maybe there is. But yeah, it just kind of wasn't for me. It was very formulaic, very predictable, not very impressive songs, not very impressive CGI. I watched the whole thing, but I wasn't like, oh, that was a good use of like 2 hours of my life. I, took time out of my cruise vacation to watch this. It was, don't get me wrong, it was an exciting setting to watch it in. But even that, and my Disney popcorn bucket with my Disney popcorn in it, even that didn't make for like, oh, that was a good film, that was a good use of my time. I kind of wish that I'd like gone to one of the other cinemas and rewatched Noelle, or rewatched Inside Out 2, or rewatched Moana 2, because they were all playing as well. So yeah, would I recommend paying your cinema going money to go and see this one? No, I wouldn't. I think you should go and watch Moana 2. If you've already seen it, there are other things coming out. You've got Sonic 3, which I will not be watching because I walked out of Sonic 1. So just disclaimer on that one. But like, if you're looking for a family film, there are other family films out right now. And then if you are a grown-up looking for grown-up films, there are also other films out right now, which now I'm back from vacation, I need to go and watch. So yes, I wouldn't recommend paying your cinema going money to go and see this one. Wait till it comes out on Disney Plus. Watch it at home with your own popcorn in your Disney popcorn bucket, and enjoy it that way instead. I don't think it's worth seeing on the big screen with the big sound. I just don't think it's worth it. As always, if there is a particular movie that you would like me to watch this week and come back to you with my thoughts next week, there are lots out that have come out since I've been away, so I'm excited to go and watch them. Let me know in comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've seen Mufasa, let me know in comments, spoiler free, what you thought of it. I will be back with actually some more Disney vlog content for you very soon, so make sure I subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on that one, and I will see you with my next video. Thanks for watching.